Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. The Bills looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. The Panthers seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Jonathan Brooks, a touchdown run in the victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. On second down, they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he will have a Steelers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Griffin. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Here's a 2nd and 8. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he returns this to the 22. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Hoffman, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Throwing on first down. Hoffman. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Hoffman. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Hoffman. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Fry. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And it will tie us at 24. A 10-play drive that time. And a long run there in the end to top it off. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. It's Peters, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. From the gun, it's Griffin. Off to the races. And down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Point after, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. Will go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Hoffman. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is taken at the 23. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Griffin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's a give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Maynard. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
They bring the blitz, and it's not always the initial blitzers that make the play. In this case, the blitzers actually took up the blocking. How about the guy in the middle, though? Reading his keys, right on the spot, stops him at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now, it's Peters. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Right back to him on 1st down. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here?
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. He's going to look deep down the field. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoffman. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Maynard looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. The gun, Griffin. And that is caught. What a catch at the 3-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York ready to go again offensively. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Hoffman. That one out wide and intercepted. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Maynard, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Second and 11 now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.